today we were talking about step 1 on how to get out of debt. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we put up new videos. Hello, I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less. We have a new hardcover with full color pictures and over 1,200 recipes and tips to help you save money on your grocery bill. Check it out at livingonadime.com. Hello guys! Today we are talking about how to get out of debt. This is step 1 in our series. And it's pretty basic, but you have to admit you're in debt. Now, we see this all the time. We'll say something about being debt-free. Oh yeah, I'm debt-free too. And then you start talking a little bit longer. They've got a car payment. They've got student loans. They got a house payment. Guys, that is not being debt-free.
Debt-free is when you don't have to send a bill to anyone except for like the electric bill and the water bill.
Yeah, taxes. Those are, but if you have, so let's list off what are some debts that people don't think are debts.
I think
Student
most
loans.
people understand that credit cards are debt, but not everyone. Some
Yeah.
people think certain credit cards are not debt, but they are all debt.
Yeah. Medical bills are debt. Credit cards are debt. Student loans are debt. Car payments are debt. House mortgage is debt. Let's see, what else? Have we hit the big ones?
Well, I think people would know that payday loans and things are debt, but if you have those are
Yeah.
going to be the first thing to get rid of right now.
Yeah. Payday loans, those are debt. The purpose of completely getting 100% debt-free is so that you don't owe anyone anything. The Bible says the borrower is slave to the lender. Why? Because you're always enslaved. And here's the thing, you're choosing to enslave yourself. It's very rare. I'll give you medical debt, but pretty much all of the other debts, student loans, even house payments, you are choosing to be a slave to that lender.
Well, and also, if you go to a store and you're a person who likes to shop for a good price, you are voluntarily choosing to pay dramatically more for the item when you pay for it on debt.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't go into the store and say, wow, this $100 item is $170 today, but you would do that if you paid it on a credit card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And people don't realize you can pay double, triple, quadruple even on some things. It's really crazy.
And sorry.
On the interest rates, how that can add up so quickly.
Yes. Now we're also, some people say, well, I have a credit card and all I do is I charge stuff on it and as soon as I get the bill, I pay it. That's different. That's not the same thing. As long as you're relentless about always, as long as you have the money and you always pay it on time before you have any interest accrue.
Yeah. Now we're not talking like Mike did in his homeless series where he didn't have the money so he kept charging it and paying it off. We're talking about
that's not a good plan.
You have the money in the bank and you know that you could write a check right now to pay off that credit card. Okay. So this very first step is to admit that you have debt and go and write down every single debt you owe. Get a pen and a piece of paper. Write down every single thing. Your student loans, all your credit cards, your medical bills, your house payment, boat loans, anything, RV loans, any debt you have. Go and write it all down and tally it up. You need to know how much you actually owe in total. You need to have that total amount of how much you owe. Now,
I was going to say, it occurs to me that some people don't think of HELOCs and home equity loans as debt, but they are debt. And some debt you might want to pay off before other debt, and we'll be talking about that later.
Yeah.
But you still need to make a note that this is a debt that you owe.
Yeah. So step 1 is write down every single step you owe and add it up so that you know exactly how bad or how good it is on how much debt you owe. Now, are you responsible for this debt?
Yeah, actually, you need to be able to say, I am responsible for this debt and I can pay this off.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of people do is they say, well, it was a medical bill. Well, we had some medical bills too, some big ones, and they were way beyond our ability to pay at that time, at least we thought they were. And you will never pay it off unless you admit to yourself, here's the debt, I have the responsibility for it and I'm going to attack it and make it go away. That empowers you to do it, because a lot of people are waiting like for the government to write off their student loans or something like that. Well, that might happen someday, and it might be that you want to pay off other loans first to just in case that comes along. But the reality is, if you don't wait for other people, look at your debts and say, I'm responsible for this and I can pay this off, and get it off your chest right now. Mm-hmm. And then you'll be completely free.
Yeah. And the Bible says the wicked borrow and do not repay. So if you borrow money and you do not repay, you are considered wicked. You know, that's something to think about if you're a Christian.
Well, and one thing also on that, if you have an unexpected medical expense that costs you $20,000 and your income is $20,000 a year, that's kind of an unexpected expense, and you still need to pay it or make arrangements to pay it or negotiate with them for a lower price. Medicaid. Or do something that you need to address that debt, even if there's some way that it might not be able to be paid. But something like a student loan, if the government decides to forgive all those loans and you have one, well, great for you. But the thing is, it's choice to go to college. So as long as that loan is there, it is your responsibility.
Yeah. And that was your choice to go to college. If you are smart enough to go to college, you are smart enough to read the paperwork that you are signing up for. And I know we get excuses all the time. Well, I didn't know what I was getting into, or they promised me a job or whatever. Listen, by the time you're 18 and you're signing those kinds of papers, you are responsible for that. And I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear that, but
well, but the thing is that when people sign up for debt, they don't think at that time, am I responsible enough to handle $80,000 or $60,000? Yeah. But when the bill comes due, then they don't want to be responsible. And if this is you, I said it in my homeless story the other day. I was in college. I learned some things there about money that were stupid. I did them. I was stupid in choosing to do that, and I had to pay the price.
Yep.
But now that it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And that's the point. If you can realize I have this debt, I'm responsible for paying it. There are rumors that someday somebody else might pay it, but I still have this debt hovering over me now. Just take care of it and make it go away.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we're going to be talking about how to take care of it and make it go away in the next videos. But your first step is to write down every single person you owe money to, and add that up and look at the final number. Is it $50,000? Is it $150,000? Is it $350,000? Is it $450,000? And include everything, including your house. Now, we're going to talk about the different kinds of debts and which ones you should pay off first and how to get them paid off. But your first step is to get it all written down and admit that you have a problem.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, it's kind of like when you go on a diet. If you weigh 400 pounds and you fast and take off all your clothes and do all this stuff so that when you stand on the scale, you can and maybe adjust the scale so you can slightly adjust it so that it looks like you're only 350 pounds, it's not going to help you get your weight off. You have to face the actual truth, like the actual hard, unpleasant truth. Yep. And know the whole picture, and then you can attack it. If you deny it a little bit to yourself now and say that, oh, well, I'm not counting a car payment, then you're never going to get out of debt.
Yeah. And after you see that number, don't go into denial and go drink several glasses of wine to help you cope with it.
Well, and don't
panic. You have to face it. Don't panic.
And don't panic and say, oh my goodness, there's no way I can ever pay this off. What am I going to do? Because the reality is, we had a massive amount of debt for our income.
Compared to our income, yeah.
And we had no idea how we were going to pay it off. But we did develop a plan, and that's why we're doing this series, to kind of help you figure out how to identify the problem and then get working on it and get it done.
All right, so get that pen and paper out, write down all of your debts, and if you want to admit it, comment in the description below how much you owe. Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. If you want to, only because it helps to get it out there and not be a secret anymore. And it helps to look back and say, wow, look how far I've come and look at my accomplishments. So you don't have to put it in there, but if you want to admit how much you owe, we owed $20,000 and we were only earning $6 an hour for part of the time we were paying that off. So it was a huge chunk of change for us. And it may
a lot of it was medical, but
yeah,
we still were paying it.
Yeah. Well, we actually owed $45,000 because I didn't count our house in that. So yeah, $45,000, including our house and all of our debt, including medical bills. So that's how much we owed. And now we are 100% completely debt free, and it feels wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're looking to move, and we do not want to have to get another mortgage, but we're fighting it tooth and nail because it feels so good to not owe anybody anything. So we want you to have that same feeling, and you can do it. It's going to be work, but you can do it. All right, please visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will see you guys next time.